What's going down? Welcome back. It's your boy Dre. We got something a little different for y'all, man. This a new segment, man. It ain't a segment. I guess it's like a whole new YouTube play. I don't know what I'm calling it, man. Series? That's what you call it. You call it a YouTube series. It's a whole new YouTube series, man. Houston news be wild, bro. The homie told me I had put out some podcast stuff, some other content or whatever, and he was like, "Are you making a concerted effort to do Houston shit?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not actually." It was just kind of like a lot of news had happened here, so I had threw it on there because it's current events in some spaces or whatever. Make sure you check out the link in the description. You can see what I'm talking about. Go check out the podcast if you know what I'm saying. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, all of that obvious stuff. Anyway, uh, he's like, "Are you doing stuff with Houston specifically?" I'm like, "No, it just kind of panned out that way because a lot goes down here." My man's just like, "You should really do that." And one thing about my homies is my homies be smart. So whenever they suggest something to your boy, I take heed. And so here we are. Um, Houston be wildin', bro. This ain't your news center, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you from Houston, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say you could replace the news with this, but I would say that if you just want to hear the entertaining stuff that's happening in Houston or the crazy stories that's happening in Houston, then here might be the place because the news is depressing. It's sad, it's trash. I don't think people are really feeling the news like that no more. I'm not feeling the news like that. So, you let's see. All right. This ain't in case you missed it, which means that I missed it. Because I didn't know until like 2 or 3 days ago when this came on my shit. Uh, Former teacher gets jail time for student relationship. Fort Bend County schools to get more officers. I don't. We're gonna see what these two things have to do with one another because I don't. This is the thing about living out here. I'm telling y'all, Houston area, it be some. It's crazy out here. Here's what you missed on Eyewitness News. Former teacher gets 60 days in jail for relationship with student. Okay. Wait. It's two different stories. I get it. We only care about the teacher, though. We don't care about, well, fuck it. We're here. We're going to read them both. Anyway, former teacher gets 60 days in jail for relationship with student. A former teacher in Tomball ISD will spend 60 days in jail for sexually abusing a student. Okay. All right, we haven't got to the mugshot yet. Definitely gonna be white. Gotta be white. Tomball, if you're not from Houston, you won't. But Tomball, white. Sexually abusing a student, white. Uh, on Tuesday, a judge sentenced Marka Bodine to 10 years probation with 60 days in jail to be served at some point. White. Prosecutors asked for 20 years because the student was only 12 to 15 years old. This was at a middle school. White. Bodine was convicted of having an inappropriate relationship with that student over a 3-year period while she was a teacher at Tomball Intermediate School. She has also been ordered to register as a sex offender. Well, she is, duh. That's it. That's the whole story. Hold on, what's her name? Marka Bodine. We got to investigate. We gotta see if we can find a picture of her at least. Yeah, boom. That shit pulled up quick on Google. I knew. Y'all, listen. When you know, when you know. What I say. What I say. Oh, what? This is y'all's people. You already know. I'm not saying that white people be this YouTube. The podcast, y'all know I would say this different. I'm not saying that white people have like some weird thing where y'all just happen to be sleeping with kids. But I am saying that if a teacher gets caught sleeping with a kid, I know it's probably a woman. Because I feel like the men don't be getting caught. That's probably some misogyny shit. They be hiding it. But anyway. And also it's like when a teacher gets caught, it's like it was an inappropriate sexual relationship. When a man get caught, it's whole ass rape. And I agree with that. I'm actually not fighting that. I'm not saying like, oh, poor men. I'm saying, no, for real. When a man do it, it's rape. When a woman do it, I'm double standard in this one. When a woman do it, it's an inappropriate sexual relationship. Both are wrong. Fuck it. They both rape. They both rape. But whatever. Anyway. Whole point is, I knew she was white. Knew she'd be a white lady. As soon as I read the headline. That is so crazy, y'all. Why that be? So I think that we had some bad white teachers in my school. We had some bad teachers, but the ones that I remember, they wasn't white ladies though. So it's like I probably never had a chance. Anyway, um, I said that we would read the story about the officers, so we might as well. Fort Bend County to send more officers to schools this year. You can expect to see more law enforcement at your children's school in Fort Bend County this year. My child goes to Fort Bend County, so yay! You know what I'm saying? She's going to be... Let's see how many more officers there'll be there so we can do the math before I say what I'm going to say. Sheriff Eric Fagan announced a plan for all officers, no matter where they work, to stop by schools on a regular basis to make sure everything is in order. Officers will check the doors and walk the grounds to make sure there's nothing suspicious. Fagan says school officials and law enforcement have been working on security all summer in the wake of the shooting in Uvalde. Okay. Some of y'all don't know this because you know what I'm saying? This may be your first journey with your boy. I ain't no police ass motherfucker. Like, I ain't no, like, I just love the police or whatever. But in a world where their job is to protect and serve, and you watch them fail so horribly in Uvalde, it is kind of their job. In other places, like, it is them doing their job to be like, we're going to try and figure some other things out. Now, the flip side of this is, I know that by being in schools, the police will have more encounters with students. And I know that what the police like to do is shoot people who don't have weapons. And students don't usually have weapons. So that puts the students in danger a little bit. But it's kind of like, what, you know, it's a tough one. It's a toughie. I don't know who to say or how to say who's right or anything like that in this situation is what I'm saying. Because, you know, the police, like, they got a police, but, like, you know, when the police, they be like, bang, bang. So, yeah, hopefully it goes well. Anyway, next, a Houston gun buyback event nets 845 guns and prompts criticism from the Harris County DA. Before I read the story, let me tell you how I feel about two of these things. First of all, guns and gun buybacks. I am down with anything that even measurably helps. Like, if it's not like harming more, if it's doing any net positive is a win for me. I'm down with that. So even though I don't think that this is going to stop any murders over the weekend, it will probably do more to prevent a suicide from somebody than anything, because statistically you're more likely to kill yourself with a gun than anybody else. But whatever. I'm down with any progress, so whatever. But also, I don't necessarily think gun buybacks are going to be like the way to curtail gun violence in a real major way. Just to be honest, I don't think that they're going to like do one or the other. But my second thing was, I don't think that the district attorney should be saying this out loud, because it doesn't do any good to say out loud, in my opinion. I'm gonna read the article now and see if I'm right, or if I should have just held my tongue until I figure more out. But from what I can see, that's the biggest thing that I'm taking away early on this, is that you could have just had this opinion and not said it, because the mayor and the district attorney should appear to like kind of fuck with each other. But I don't know, whatever. So, the anonymous collection of guns could create roadblocks in the investigation and prosecution of crime, according to Kim Ogg's top assistant, who said the office otherwise supports buyback initiatives such as the event held Saturday by city and county leaders. Okay. Not gonna cap, y'all. I stand corrected. I see why the district attorney is kind of like, yeah, y'all's little thing that you did was cute, but overall, it may have done more harm than good in certain situations. Because it's like, okay, look, if you telling me that I could just bring a pistol back, no harm, no foul, if it got bodies on it and I've been needing to kind of get rid of this motherfucker, I could just dump it at the buyback, get a gift card, and now I'm free and clear on my bodies. I did not think about that. Because I'm not a district attorney. I'm not a district attorney. It's not my job to think about that. But I didn't. That's wild. Okay. More than 800 guns were collected on Saturday as part of a nationwide buyback event, an effort that Houston's mayor Sylvester Turner hailed as incredibly successful. The event was well received by Harris County's district attorney office. This was less well received. Sorry, the event was less well received by the Harris County's district attorney's office, which categorized the event as a potential deterrent to solving crime. The event, one of the top officials for the Harris County District Court, oh my God, I'm Floyd Mayweather. One of the top officials for the Harris County District Attorney's Office said it was glad to have that many weapons out of the community and headed to an incinerator. But the office also questioned whether gun-related crimes would go unsolved as a result. David Meacham, the top assistant at DA Kim Ogg, or to DA Kim Ogg, said Monday his office takes the issue with no questions asked part. His office takes issue with the no questions asked part of Saturday's events at Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church in the 3rd Ward, where Houston area residents were invited to anonymously turn in handguns and rifles in exchange for gift cards worth at least $50. Like I said, that's a fair point to say that, we down with the gun. But also, okay, like in a world where here's the catch-22. In a world where you want violent criminals to not have their guns, if they have to tell you what they've already done with this gun and not have it anymore, then that probably makes them less likely to give it to you. So would that not make you more likely to just be getting like spare guns off collectors, which is like cool, but not really your point? I don't know. It's not. I'm not doing the Tucker Carlson thing here either, where I'm like, I'm not saying it's this, I'm not saying it's that. I'm talking to y'all real time. I'm not sure what the answer is on this one. Like where the gray area lies in ensuring that the buyback has some kind of impact in the communities you're really striving to impact, and also not making it where you could just dump all your bodies on the city for a $50 gift card. I can understand the conflict of interest. Any of the turned in guns are determined to have been used to commit a crime, Meacham said. Connecting that weapon to a person responsible would be akin to encountering a brick wall or a blind alley. We certainly recognize the importance of getting guns off our streets in an effort to reduce violent crime. We applaud that sentiment, Meacham said, but it frankly is mystifying as to why you wouldn't identify who it is that was turning in the gun. Oh man, shots fired at the mayor for that. The DA's office said it wasn't consulted before the gun buyback event. According to I was saying that it wasn't a good look on their part to say this in public, but it's not a good look on the mayor's office to not consult the district attorney before you make all these moves. All these entities should work in concert to a degree, in my opinion. If they work it properly, and I'm not a police ass nigga. I'm not saying like we need more police or police solve all problems. Like I don't believe any of those things are true, so I would never say that. What I'm more so saying is that if you're going to have these branches that are going to be trying to do things, they won't be effective if they don't talk to each other, and there won't be any public trust in them being effective if they're constantly at odds with each other in public view. And that's counterproductive to the goals of both entities, kind of, is my thing. I'm less talking about somebody who like wants it done and more so like it's just bad business type shit. Anyway. The DA's office also said it wasn't consulted before the gunback event, according to Meacham, who confirmed that Ogg expressed her concerns in a Thursday letter written to Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, Precinct 2. Precinct 2 Constable May Walker and Houston Police Chief Troy Finner, whose department co-hosted Saturday's event and is processing the weapons that were collected. Ooh. So this isn't the mayor. The mayor was happy about it, but but the mayor hired a police chief. So this was kind of the mayor. That's what I'm talking about when I say all these things are intertwined. And all these people really should have been on the same page before they did this, because they could have essentially just done it better. They could have found. I'm over here trying to guess in real time, like, oh man, how can we solve all these problems? But these motherfuckers all got elected to office. They all need to sit down in a room and put their big boy pants on and figure it the fuck out. Anyway, um, Meacham added that the distribution of gift cards could be problematic in the event a gun is tied to a crime. The person who turned in the firearm may be considered a witness to the crime, and accepting something of monetary value from law enforcement in return could cause problems for prosecutors down the line. We're required in the law to give notice to defendant in a criminal case and any witness receiving anything of value from the state. This hampers our ability to be able to comply with that aspect of the law because a person that's tendering the firearm is unidentified. We're required under law to give notice to a defendant in a criminal case of any witness receiving anything of value from the state. This hampers our ability to be able to comply with that aspect of the law because the person that's tendering the firearm is unidentified. So are they saying, like, it sounds like basically what they're trying to say is you gave out gift cards for turning into guns, but later on, if somebody comes forward as a witness and says that they knew the gun, potentially the defense could say they went and turned in this gun for a gift card and received something from the state, and now they're a witness of the state, and they weren't. I'm getting it. It's like a technical matter. It's a technical thing that hopefully won't come up. I mean, but also, why would you say this right here? Like, why would you just give lawyers the playbook? Even though I'm sure a lawyer will figure it out, you're gonna have to figure out if it's me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, but Turner and it is the mayor. Because, but Turner and Harris County Precinct 1 Commissioner Rodney Ellis, who are also at the event, or who are also event organizers, who are also event organizers, question the recent Ogg's criticism as well as the timing. Both Turner and Ellis released statements arguing that Ogg, a fellow Democrat, could have communicated her concerns well in advance of the publicly promoted event. The program was informed by best practices from gun buyback events across the country, and as such, HPD does not share the concerns she presented in the letter dating the day before the event, Turner said. Unfortunately, the office charged with the responsibility for the prosecution of all violations of state law in Harris County has failed to communicate on the gun buyback program until now. Given this is the first time I have heard of any concerns that Ogg's office has had regarding this program, I do not believe her perspective is policy driven. Ooh, they got fire and smoke out here. It's crazy. And maybe I'll be crazy to some of y'all. You might be like, why does this even matter? But it does matter. Like, for all of the people who operate in the same party to be outwardly beefing with each other like this, that's not, that, I mean, it's messy. I like that. So, whatever. Ellis added that Ogg's letter was at best uninformed and cynical, and at worst a political stunt. That was the police officer, wasn't it? I bet that was the commissioner, because police be going way left. Let's blow through the rest of this real quick. The gun buyback program, as part of the city's federally funded One Safe Houston initiative, was lauded as a success that exceeded organizers' expectations in terms of turnout. A spokesperson for Turner said the 845 guns were collected, with nearly 100,000 in gift cards distributed in exchange, with the event spanning several hours longer than planned because of the turnout. 150 people were turned away and given priority spots in line for future gun buyback event, according to the mayor's office. In Houston, the Houston Police Department is checking the guns to see if any of them were stolen or used in crime, in which event they will be returned to their owner or processed as evidence. According to the mayor's office, the weapons will be otherwise destroyed. how are you going to use that as evidence if you said it's no questions asked on who turned it in? It's like if I turned it in, I don't know. I think this is why the DA's office is frustrated, but also I get, and that's what I said from the jump. A, they didn't have to say it publicly, and B, they could have said it a long ass fucking time ago. But Turner spokesperson Mary Benton confirmed on Monday on Twitter some of the guns had dropped off the community member in exchange for gift cards were privately manufactured firearms or ghost guns, meaning they cannot be traced to a manufacturer and were likely produced for much less the cost than the buyback participant received in gift cards. Turner said those kinds of guns will not be accepted at future buyback events. Both Turner and Ellis expressed an interest in organizing subsequent gun buyback events in Houston, although no details have been determined as of Monday. So somebody came in there and scammed their ass up. That's all it was. Somebody was like, "Oh, you taking guns? No questions asked. I can make guns. I got a 3D printer." They probably don't even shoot or nothing. They probably just racked up on gift cards. Like he about to go bust up J.C. Penney's clearance rack. I feel you, my man. Going back to school shopping. I'm not mad at you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. They don't want you to do stuff like that. You know what they need to do? They need to get a better system in place because if not, people gonna scam you. That's all we got, man. I'm not trying to talk about this gun buyback no more, and this ain't supposed to be this long. So bow. You know what I'm saying? We all to the next thing because this is the kind of stuff I be talking about when I say Houston news be wildin'. Gunman flirts with victim's girlfriend, shoots him in the back at gas pump in Northeast Houston. Police say. First of all, y'all, I'm not from Houston. I didn't say this earlier in the video. If you made it this far, it's pertinent that you understand that I'm not from this motherfucker. I've only been here for about 4 years. It's a lot here that I be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be feeling. I be listening to the advice of other people, though. I got theories and philosophies about living in the hood or being in the hood. Basically, if you mind your fucking business, you'll be fine. But also, I believe that if you don't have no business in the hood, you don't have no business in the hood. Straight up. If you don't have any reason to be there, you don't have any reason to be there. It's not the zoo. You don't go look at the poverty and be like, oh, this is crazy how bad niggas is doing out here. Because niggas might notice that you not doing as bad as them and they might take some shit from you. And they won't be wrong for that. They'll be wrong for that, but you'll still have been a dumb nigga who put yourself in that position. So, just think about that. But I don't know. I'm not saying that this applies in this situation. I don't want to be disparaging the name of a nigga who just got shot in the back because someone else flirted with his girlfriend. That's wild. A gunman was flirting with a victim's girlfriend before he opened fire at a gas station in Northeast Houston on Friday. About 8:30 p.m., officers responded to a shooting at a gas station at Shady Drive. Bro. Y'all getting gas on Shady Drive? Shady Drive and Tidwell Road. Investigators said the 41-year-old victim and his girlfriend were inside the gas station when the suspect began to flirt with the woman, sparking an argument. You already know how this went. This was one of those, hey, shawty, you looking good over there. You fine as blah, 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 whatever, whatever. She was like, oh, I got a man. And he was like, well, fuck you then, bitch. Because that's how these weird ass niggas be. Anyway. The couple then walked back towards their truck and parked at the gas pump when the suspect began to follow them, according to police. As the victim got in his truck, the suspect walked up and shot him in the back and fled the scene. Investigators said they believe the suspect shot the victim twice. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police described the suspect as a black man wearing a navy blue Reebok shirt, driving a gray, newer Chevy truck model. Oh, my nigga wasn't even out there doing bad. This wasn't on no heat. So my nigga got a little bread. Probably full of them fucking fake pills or some shit like that. That's what I be believing with a lot of this shit. That's wild. That you could just get blasted off at the gas pump because somebody flirted with your girl. But at least he didn't die. That's the only bright spot of this, is that he didn't die. Can you imagine that? You in the gas station, you get your peach rings because peach rings be slapping. No cap. If you don't fuck with the peach rings, you might not mess with me. You in there getting your peach rings. You know what I'm saying? Paying for your gas in cash because in Houston the cash gas is cheaper. If you're from a small town, you come to Houston, pay for your gas in cash everywhere. It's cheaper. Um, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you getting yourself a little water because you don't need a Gatorade or a soda when you get the peach rings, just in the sugar. You could just eat them by themselves with a little bit of water. You already got your sugar rush. You already, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. So, um, you walk out. Your girl is trying to do the right thing. She like, yo, I got a man, blah, 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 blah. You see this nigga disrespecting your girl. And you don't Will Smith it, walk up and slap the piss out my mans. You still do what you supposed to do. You like, you know what? I'm not about to engage in this like that. I'm about to just, me and my girl, we about to just go. It's whatever. You pull up to the gas pump to get your gas. And my man walk up and thump you twice in the back and then skirt off like a pussy? Bruh. You real talk, I'ma keep it real with you. If a nigga did that shit to me, I'll start saying I didn't believe in God and Jesus. I'll start saying fuck them niggas and some more shit just so I could go to hell and run my fade with that nigga. Cause I know he ain't going to heaven and he definitely gotta run my fade. So that's cool. Nigga, I'll be in hell and I'll be the whole reason this is hell for your ass. Nigga, every time you see me, I'll be in that bitch talking about Duke, Duke. Nigga looking like that Marge Simpson me talking about mink, mink, mink. Nigga, I'm coming underhanded. Nigga, I'm giving you elbows. Nigga, I might bite your bitch ass, nigga. Gonna put me in a situation like that. Oh, ho ass boy. Oh, ho ass boy. Gonna shoot a nigga in the back after you got turned down because my girl got a nigga, a real nigga like me. Now she over here spending up my motherfucking life insurance money on some white man. I don't know why I don't know why I said that would happen. That's wild. That's weird. Okay, so I said the bright side in the bright spot in the last story is that nobody died. Man kills wife's boyfriend before killing himself during divorce talk at restaurant. Before we read the story, can I just shout this out to all the people who gonna kill themselves? Don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. The big message, if you ever thought about or are thinking about right now killing yourself, is don't. Don't kill yourself. But if you are gonna kill yourself, could you not kill anyone else first? Because I just don't get that. I don't get that vibe. That's really fucked up. It's more fucked up to me to kill yourself after you kill a bunch of other people than to just go to jail and be a monster in jail. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it's like if you was gonna kill yourself, you could have let them people live. Life is precious type shit. I don't know. I ain't no pro-lifer though. Life is only precious if you want to be alive. If you a fetus before you know what I'm saying, you even got a heartbeat, you ain't got no will to do nothing. You just like a little clump of cells. You just not. You a loogie. You a loogie. Pull that loop. Just get on out of here. Anyway, man kills wife's boyfriend before killing himself during divorce talk at restaurant. A man shoots himself in the head after fatally shooting his estranged wife's boyfriend Wednesday at a restaurant in Northwest Harris County. I told y'all, stay off the north side. Deputies initially said they were responding to reports of a disturbance at 11:55 a.m. at a restaurant located at the 4500 block of FM 1960 at the intersection of Veterans Memorial Drive in Northwest Harris County. During the investigation, authorities said they learned that the husband, 61, and wife, 28, oh, baby. My mans. I know you dead right now, so you not hearing me. You know what I'm saying? If you are, it's from the grave. But you 61, she 28. I'm not saying it could never happen. That she would just meet you and be like, oh, I just love so much about him. But what I'm going to tell you is this. She didn't. She was with you for the money. She didn't love you. She was with you for the money and the access. I bet he had money. Let's read the story. And wife 28 agreed to meet to discuss the terms of the divorce, according to Major. I was about to say Maj. I'm dumb. Major Susan Cotter with Harris County Sheriff's Office. The woman was accompanied by her boyfriend, 44, at the restaurant. See, that's the kind of older man she's really kind of attracted to. He probably don't even look 44. No homo. Even, I mean, side note, y'all. Trying to stop saying no homo and pause, because it's like, gives a small, like, not small, a direct assertion or assumption, inference. It gives a direct inference that there is something inherently negative about being gay. And I don't want to do that. Even though my intention is to be like, I ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? Which is like just a personal thing. It doesn't matter. It's not worth it for me. So I'll just set it to the side when I can. Anyway. Cotter said the husband walked into the business with divorce papers in his hand. They spoke for 20 minutes before the conversation went downhill. The husband reportedly left the business but shortly returned and fired 13 rounds at the boyfriend and woman. The boyfriend was struck several times, and the husband also attempted to shoot the woman but missed. How you feel if a nigga go down saving your ex-wife's life? You trying to, it's not funny because people are dead, but real talk, you over here trying to prove a point like, oh, you want to leave me? I'm big and bad. I got all the power, for real. And you hate this nigga so much you want to kill him, and you like, I'm gonna kill both of y'all. And he go out there and save your wife's life, just like, no. And you just watching him become the hero of her world. Like, he died, but they wasn't even together that long. He's gonna be the one that got away. She may never find love again because she had somebody who took bullets for her. And you did that because you're a goofy. Anyway. The husband reportedly left the business but shortly returned and fired. Oh no, I read that. The shooting victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Yeah, nigga, 13 rounds. The woman and the 5 to 6 people inside the restaurant were uninjured. You gotta take your side piece to a more secluded place. And secluded don't mean nobody's there, nobody know about it. Secluded might mean it's easy to duck off in there. If nobody there know about it, you can just walk in, see you there, and then start shooting you up. Not to be insensitive. But they was mean. My bad. I'm tripping. This was a planned meet. Why did she bring the boyfriend? She should have let that man. But maybe she didn't feel safe around that motherfucker because he's clearly violent. Anyway. The suspect allegedly fled the scene but was stopped by deputies nearby, according to Houston County Sheriff's Office. That's when the suspect got out of the vehicle and allegedly shot himself in the head. He was taken to Houston Northwest Hospital in critical condition. The identities of the suspect and victims have not been released. The couple had no children and were married for 9 years. Authorities initially had said there had been a murder-suicide, but Gonzalez updated that information. That's crazy. She's 28. They've been together for 9 years. So she been with that man since she was 19? And he was 52? Yeah. That makes sense. She was there for the bread. She done got her baggage. She's a sugar baby who got put on. But then she made a mistake, a miscalculation. Got her new nigga shot up. And he dead now. And he wasn't even your husband. You ain't even getting no life insurance. Now you got to find a new nigga. But you do got a hero now. And you got somebody, because that's what I think's going to end up happening. Is that she's going to be like, he literally gave his life to save me. He's one step from Jesus. Because Jesus did it for everybody. And he just did it for her. Depending on how selfish she is, that might mean more to her. Anyway, y'all, this has been it, man. Told y'all, man. Houston news be wildin'. It's your boy Dre. If you've been this far, man, and you like me, you know what I'm saying? Don't pretend. If you watch the whole 34-minute video, then you fucks with this shit. So subscribe to the channel, like it, tell your friends it's dope because you clearly think it's dope. Go watch some of the other stuff so we can run the views up and get the money right. And then look in the description. Look in the description. It's a link there. It's a link there. You could go. You could go to the social medias. You could go listen to the podcast. It's all kinds of dope stuff you could do. So do all of that, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.